Hey, good morning, y'all. Got some good news. Jesus is still Lord. The devil is utterly defeated. Thank God the word works, and I am strife-free. The number one tool of the enemy is strife, because where there's strife and envy, there's confusion in every evil work. Now, today we're going to talk about who can you be in strife with, or what can you be in strife with. Well, the number one person to be in strife with is yourself. You see, Jesus is Lord, but I'm the Lord of my life, and I can choose good or bad. So you're driving down the road, and something goes wrong. You say, well, you dummy. Well, I mean, look what you did. Or I was working out on a lawnmower the other day, and I said, well, you dumb. I mean, what's wrong with you? And I got mad at myself because I couldn't fix the thing. Strife with myself. Now, number two, obviously, is strife with your wife, your husband, your spouse, we call them, or maybe an ex-wife. Wife says, well, I didn't want him to do that. Why did he do that? Or, I don't like my toast being too done, and she burnt my toast again. Rather than being thankful you got a wife and thankful that you got toast. I mean, we're so blessed to live in this wonderful country, the United States of America. You can get in strife with the news media every day, every hour of the day, because Fox News and CNN and some of these others are on all the time. And you can have a tendency to get in strife with them. And you're not hurting them, you're hurting yourself. Or politicians. Oh, in fact, I'm going to tell you the truth. I found out the other day after I totaled my car, I had been in strife for the last 2 or 3 weeks prior to me totaling the car with that impeachment charade that we had. I mean, I just sat around and I heard that and got mad and upset and told everybody, this is crazy. You'd probably get in strife with the way things is going with this coronavirus. This is crazy. Getting strife with the way the restaurants aren't open, getting strife with what the government's doing. It's crazy. Well, the strife is not hurting the government or the restaurants. The strife is hurting you. So you got to watch that. You can get in strife with other drivers. That's what we call road rage. You just, get all, well, look at the way he did that. I mean, and get, and get all mad at him because he pulled out in front of you. So you don't know what's going on over there. The point is, start recognizing when you get in strife and who it is, and get prepared for it. Or listen, I guess it's been 40 years ago. We had never seen a $100 bill. Pat and I, just kids, been in the ministry a few years. And boy, it was tough. I mean, real tough. Somebody gave us a $100 bill, which back then, that's worth like $1,000. And man, I wanted that for a new fishing rod. And man, I knew that Pat wanted that for some new shoes, which she surely didn't need. And so she probably thought he surely don't need no fishing rod. And so I could tell, man, don't you ask me for that $100 bill. And I could tell it in her eyes, what are we going to do with that? I want that money. And the love of money became the root of all evil. And I began to realize this thing's creating a division between me and you. So I sat her down and said, tell you what, let's do. She said, what's that? I said, let's take that $100 and give it away. We're much better off without it than to let it create strife for us. And boy, we packaged that up and put it in the mail and sent it off to a ministry out there. And boy, we felt wonderful. Now, I kind of missed the $100 or what I thought I was going to get with it. But I realized that the strife over it was going to cost me a whole lot more than $100 would ever be worth. Excuse me. So you can get strife at money or lack of money or the way he spent his money or what you do with all that money I let you have. I went to the bank account and found out we was broke. What you do with all, and see, that's strife. Can't afford that. You can get in strife for things. Neighbor's dog, another one of those testimonies. We had a neighbor, not at this house, but the old house, and that is a big old dog. And that dog would come over and poop in my yard. And I get so mad at that dog. Why does that stupid dog have to do his business in my yard? And I'd wait for him to come, throw rocks at him, or try my best to get rid of him. And every day that old dog would come just mess in my yard, made me mad, and I'd get upset, and I'd fume and fuss and, carry on. And one day I got a hold of this teaching. And that dog would come over and I'd say, well, good morning to you, whatever the dog's name was, been 35 years ago, and smile at him and say, good to see you today. You're a good dog. And I thank God for you. I praise God for you. And that old dog would turn around and look at me like, what in the world is wrong with him? And, you know, he'd forget what he came to do and go off to the other neighbor's yard or back home or something. The point is the strife was causing the problem. And once I got out of it, it's okay. Like I told you, I'd been in strife with that impeachment mess for weeks before I totaled my car. And I realize now that, hey, the impeachment mess was a sham, okay? But me being in strife over it was destroying me. And me being upset now at what's going on in the country because of the coronavirus is not going to help anything. It's just going to hurt me. And I can't afford to open the door to the devil to be taken captive by the devil at his will. How about your in-laws? Golly, or how about your ex? You know, you can get in strife with them over all kinds of stuff. It's not worth it. There's your boss. People get in strife with. Why does he think he can tell me what to do? Because he's the boss and you're the employee. Yeah, there's so many things that you can get upset over, or other people, or the way they react. And the only thing the devil is trying to do is to get you in strife so you will be taken captive by the devil at the devil's will and bring all that other evil stuff and anything you can think of into you. So don't do it. Not with yourself, not with your spouse, not with your children, not with your parents, not with your in-laws or outlaws or whatever you want to call them. Get rid of it. It's not worth it. So until I'm with you tomorrow, be strife-free. Remember, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the Word works.